we see a return of Giant Mario with the big Mario on Floyd's camera right there. Adelito is first out of the gate. And pretty flat top line, nice and diverse. Pretty good board to start with.
Yeah, excellent opener from Adelito. It's always interesting to see how a player makes their opening here. Adelito going to drop things down, try and keep it as straightforward as possible. Really almost devoid of reds. He's going to be strategic with his garbage if reds come his way to Doctor, giving him a bunch of yellows and reds. And now he's just got a bunch of yellows on the top line here. That's going to be interesting plays for Adelito. This could be an opportunity that Floyd needs to capitalize in order to keep this competitive. As he brings that down, he is going to drop things down and expose it on the top line, looking to try and get rid of that bell curve that Floyd's board is looking like.
Yeah, it looks like Adelito has an early lead. Their timers are not quite synced up. However, the virus lead seems to be enough to consider Adelito having the edge at the moment. But it is early. Nice horizontal clear by Adelito there to keep everything neat and tidy.
Neat and tidy, excellent setup from Floyd. He's probably sniffing for a red-yellow to make sure he's going to go ahead and drop that down. I think it's a smart play to try and continually advance his board. It looking like he's going to go ahead and drop the reds on that side, getting the yellows over there. I like how he has it tucked over on that 8th column to make sure everything is good. To make sure he has some plays here. 11-4, Adelito at his end game, looking for some blues, looking for that, looking to probably strategically. Yeah, I like how he has it set up over on the side here. 2 more yellows, and Adelito will be at a level 10.
And there's a double red just to tease him, knowing that if he just didn't plug it up, then he would have been able to clear it already. And that's a kind of a bummer when it happens, but not going to be a big problem for him. Nice quick horizontal double clear to start off level 11. And Floyd's going to be out very soon here, out at a 150.
150 for Floyd. Adelito with a little bit of interesting setup. Looks like he's signaling.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he didn't take it.
He didn't take it. Okay, he's going to take it here.
Okay, there we go. Drops it all down. Excellent. Sending it would be sending over 4 pieces. Excuse me. We can't send 5 pieces in verses, but Adelito can
wish
do it.
We could.
Anybody. We bring it on over to the side here. He's going to drop that down. 28-40. Adelito going on a tear here. That opening combo, that opening gambit, really putting him in the driver's seat here. Floyd trying to drop things down to get to the bottom half of his board here, but Adelito going and kicking into that 5th gear as Adelito's known to do.
Adelito, I wonder if that was a mistuck in column 7, but I don't actually think so because the red goes there. Because as soon as you get the horizontal on the blues, it just drops right on top of the red. Look at that nice in between clear right there. Adelito's just got everything set up so nice and neat. Just excellent planning.
Excellent efficiency on Adelito's side. There are some opportunities where sometimes he will take that drop time just to make sure that everything has a piece and a place for it. And that's something that these top players will do, is to stay as efficient as possible. Excellent combo that Adelito sets up there. Down to his final 6 viruses, and Floyd with a little bit of a slope in the side here. Let's see how he's going to address that. Okay, reds and yellows, going to expose that top line here. He's got a little more color diversity, but Adelito just down to his final 3 viruses.
Yeah, Adelito has been tearing up this board. He's going to get a nice horizontal drop combo there. He just needs 1 blue to get out of 11, and he's going to be out at a 334.
Excellent time from Adelito. 334. Floyd looking like, okay, he's going to go ahead and clear that over the horizontal blues over here to de-sandwich those reds if he takes the opportunity to do so here. I think he is going to drop things down to make sure that he has a place for it. But as we take a look over on Adelito's side, I like how Adelito, okay, he's going to possibly drop it into a T, into a fat log, into a timber, and here we go.
Bam, bam. Yeah, he was waiting for some red help so he could set up the trigger for his chain, and he just didn't get any red for a while, but he kept everything nice and neat with all the excess of pills that he didn't really need. Here comes a nice sweet tea.
Excellent combos on Adelito's side. Floyd's going to be joining Adelito at level 12 at about a 418, 419, and Floyd's going to go ahead and take that blue. Yes, he is going to stack that over. Floyd's going to snap those pills as hard as he can. He knows he's a little bit behind. About over 2 dozen viruses is Floyd behind from Adelito, who's been going on a rampage with this level 12.
Looking at Floyd's board right now, not a lot of access to reds, which is a little bit concerning considering a red is one of the more common pill colors you receive. He's got one red exposed in column 5, and he's got some access to a red in column 1 as well. Very nice, efficient drop to clean out the garbage. I love it.
There you go. Excellent play. Drop combo over on Adelito's side. He's probably, knowing Adelito, he may take those blues out. No, he's going to go ahead and take the blues out horizontally first and then continue on with the rest of his board. I think he is going to signal, yeah, he's going to get the yellows over on top, getting the reds horizontal, drop everything down. And meanwhile, we take a look over Floyd. He's got good color diversity, but the pills are not coming over Floyd. Bang, bang, bang. Adelito out of the 531 into level 13.
Adelito, as you might expect, is absolutely destroying this level block right now. Sub 8 minutes is an excellent time for this level block, and looking at Adelito's board right now, honestly, there's good color diversity. It looks like there's some garbage on his board, but anytime you think that of Adelito, what you're actually wondering is how the heck is he going to figure out how to use all this junk?
And here we go. Horizontal drop into another combo is Adelito looking for that blues and yellows. He is going to drop that down to turn everything into use with it. It's a blinking and missing moment on Adelito's side. He's able to really turn any sort of garbage or what may look like garbage into absolute gold. And that's what Adelito is doing here. He's playing like he has gold splits ready. Speaking of golds here. Meanwhile, taking a look over at Floyd's side. Floyd down to his final bit of his blue viruses. He's going to go ahead and take that. Yes, the red and blue get a little bit of a combo to combo out of this level here. That's the only way Floyd's able to get out. Ooh, a little bit of a misshift with that blue. He's going to be able to perhaps tuck that over to that rightmost column, but no, he's gonna have to tuck from underneath here.
Yeah, this is a problem for Floyd right now. If he can get everything down another row, there we go.
Ooh, good solve.
Now he's got it exposed. Yeah, I want to mention something about earlier from Adelito's play as well. You notice he went for the horizontals up top first before he went for the bottom ones. And that's generally a smart thing to do when you're trying to attack multiple horizontal clears at once. Because if you go from underneath, it's going to drop everything down a row, and then it's going to mess up the rest of your plans. So start from the top and work your way down whenever you can.
Words from our 3-time versus champion here. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. You want tips like that? You feel free to join our Discord. But as we take a look and we're joining over to this, we're going to see Adelito down to his final bit of his viruses here. Going to expose that, dropping it down. 2 more reds, and he's going to be out here as soon as the Daka is able to provide. And Floyd looking like he's just going to try and feed this run down over here. Adelito with that, a couple more reds, and Adelito will be out.
And there it is, 7:51 for Adelito. Excellent time. Floyd probably sees the writing on the wall. Let's see if he tries to finish this out. He's got a nice little setup going on in column 3 if he can get the yellow pills he needs to take out that horizontal. Looks like he's going to go up top first, smart, and then he's going to reset and just get ready for round 2.
Excellent way to kick off game 1 between Adelito and Floyd. Floyd taking a sip of his Dr. Mario juice to stay hydrated, making sure that he is able to get the juices flowing in his body and make sure that he's able to get the plays in as snappy of a decision as we can over here. Adelito is up 1-0 going into game 2, and we have a 3-2-1 and pills off to game 2.
Pills.
Our 2-seed Adelito and our 6-seed Floyd, 1977.
And we're off. Once again, I like Adelito's board. It's mostly flat, pretty decent color diversity. Decides to go for the early drill down. Interesting play.
Yeah, interesting. When he had that red yellow, I was surprised he didn't take the red yellow in that 3rd and 4th column here. But Adelito doing what Adelito does, I'm sure he had a better plan for it than what I have. This is why he's playing the semis and I'm not. But as we take a look over here, he's got some plans over here. Oh, doesn't take that. Interesting. Oh, I see. He's going to do red yellow.
Drop T. Let's go.
Very good. Okay.
I mean, either was really a valid option, but the drop T obviously looks cooler, so let's go with that.
Super efficient is Adelito. He's down to 24 viruses, but Floyd holding tight. He's at 27, and with a little bit of a timer delay, it's basically a virtual dead heat.
Yeah, it's about I want to say a 7.5 second difference right now. And look at these plans by Adelito, everything just lining up perfectly. Now he's just ripping through this level. Setting up to get future horizontals on those reds, and he's got all the blue fragments stacked up to deal with that virus on the far right. Excuse me.
And strategically dropping the lower red horizontals in the top, that's a good play if there's sets of horizontals ready to fire at your beck and call. That's going to allow for you to clear one thing down, not destroy any sort of disruption with your combo, and get the other one ready here. But he's out of 132. That's a time you'd see the level 6, but this is level 10, friends.
Yeah, we were sitting here questioning his plays in the beginning of the level. It's like, oh, I got out of there in 131, no problem.
Speed run leaderboards be darned. But we take a look over at Floyd's side. He's going to drop and chop everything down over on the side here. He's got some opportunities and some ideas ready to go. He is going to drop that down, creating a little bit of a drop time to still create a little bit of plays that he's ready to go here. That red virus in that very first row is going to be a little problematic as he's going to need some blues, but he's also got a blue on the 8th column, so he's going to have to figure out what exactly he needs to do to make sure you can expose it. And he does just that, just right there.
And the tricky thing with those blue yellows is that you don't want to put yellow on top of, misdrop.
Oof.
Oh, quickly cleans it out. It can be pretty frustrating, but looking at Adelito, he's got to be hankering for that fat log right now. He wants that blue red so bad, you can feel it.
And here we go. Bang, bang, bang. Excellent combo from Adelito here. Just dropping and chopping and just absolutely going on a tear with this level 11.
And look at that nice drop combo lined up that red fragment with the red virus in column 6. And this drop horizontal is pretty much ready to go, but he takes the blue reds and sets up on top of it so he can use those colors efficiently as well.
Blinking and miss it horizontal from Floyd. That's going to create a little bit more flexibility inside here. I like how he has it set 1, 2, and 3, keeping his top line nice and diverse. And Adelito's going to be out at 322. Floyd really trying to make sure that his end game from that level 10 wasn't as bad as it is. He's going on a tear here, but he's got a lot of blues. So I'm hoping that Doc's able to give him a bunch of blues to make this fighting for Floyd.
Looking once more at Adelito's board, he's a double yellow would be great, but not necessary. But he's going to get it anyway. Nice drop combo, cleaning up his level 12 in a hurry and opening everything up.
Excellent foresight. He is going to take that long horizontal. I was wondering if he was going to get double yellow. If he saw it in the next pillbox, he absolutely would have set up for a fat log. But when not getting the opportune things, you're just going to go ahead and take what you can.
Yeah, it looks like he decided not to get greedy, which is probably the wise thing to do in that case. I can't say I would have done the same, so but it's fun. So, and right now he does not have a lot of use for blues, so he's stacking blues in column 5 so he can manufacture the double yellow he's looking for. And then he's going to get a T.
Poof, excellent.
Sets up a horizontal.
Okay, Floyd's going to go ahead and take those blues vertically here. I think that's an okay play to do that here. Thinking about what he wants to do with the rest of his board, he is going to drop everything down. Here comes the blues. Here comes the reds. One more red and one more blue will do the trick here. And Floyd's going to be out of his level 11 into 458. But Adelito just he's running away with this game here, Pack.
5-10 out of 12. This is a blazing fast time right now. Immediately attacks columns 5 and 6. Could have also attacked the edge at 7 and 8. Decided not to. Let's see how that works out for him. Another couple of double reds. Probably could use some blues right about now. Right now he has no access to yellows whatsoever.
Drilling and exposing that yellow. That's a smart play, but he still needs some blue access in order for him to get there. Okay, that double blue is going to make things a little bit more open for him. Dropping it down here, down to his final 40 viruses is Adelito. I wonder if he's going to go Sweet Tea. No, he is going to go Sweet Tea over that top here. I think it's to get that perhaps a little bit of garbage cleanup and setups cleanup.
Yeah, it looks like he double flipped a pill there and it jammed up the works for a moment, but he was very quick to clean it up. Good recovery.
Meanwhile, Floyd doing some garbage management, cleaning up that third and fourth column, bringing it all down here. He's a little spired some yellows. He's got actually 4 yellows on the top line. It's mostly yellow board. He's going to have to address these yellows to make sure he has color diversity on his top line. Adelito at the very bottom portion of his board, exposing the blues, dropping the yellows. Here comes the yellow and red, tucking it down. He's going to go ahead and drop it down, drill it down, perhaps signaling he's going to take those reds out horizontally. That's exactly what he's signaling.
Looks like Adelito signaling he wants to horizontal this red virus in column 6, and he does that immediately, but now he has no more yellow viruses on his board. So if RNG suddenly decides to start giving him tons of yellow like this, it might cause some problems for him, but he is extremely far ahead right now.
He might be holding out for a double blue. I wouldn't surprise me given the fact that he is a level ahead of Floyd.
That is quite something to hold out for. Look at that.
Here it comes.
Look at that.
Blessing. Drop into another combo here. Excellent.
He's just a couple of blues away from finishing this round 2, and it is 7:25.
Holy moly, 7:25 is a scorching fast time, and Adelito putting 2 sub-7:30s in succession. That's a really tough task to do, especially with this level block.
Looking at the hot times, the 20th ranked hot time, well, there's a tie for 19th, but it's 7:20. So it's 5 seconds off the hot times pace. So
that is fast.
Yeah, that's really fast. It's just been increasingly harder to pierce that hot times list because now we have such a huge sample size of games, and the more you play, the better the records and the tougher it is to break them.
Yeah, most definitely. We're seeing times in 8 to 11 block mirror that of a couple years back with 6 to 9. We're seeing the 10 to 13 block. You're getting times that's going to rival 8 to 11. There's a big old shift with it. But as we're shifting into our game 3, we're off and ready. And Adelito making that tuck with that blue yellow to make sure he's got some plays. I like that blue yellow and blue red over on the side here. Look how efficient Adelito is. He's going to hold out for a blue yellow to fire his combo off. And here it comes.
There it is. Yeah, waiting for that drop combo, and there it is. Let's see how Adelito, as soon as he hits that horizontal, everything's just going to be lined up once again. Just a masterclass in planning on your board.
Floyd going to take that horizontal with the reds there. Yes, exactly what I was thinking is good. He's playing on medium, so that maneuvering all the way to the right there is a tougher task to do, moving to the right with this game. But Floyd playing on medium is allowing him to be able to do moves like that. 18 to 24, Adelito with a slight advantage over Floyd. But Floyd making some moves with this, dropping everything down, keeping it academic with his vertical clearing and making sure he's got plays and pills everywhere he needs to go.
It looks like Adelito's basically at the bottom of his board, probably wants to vertical clear those. Or, well, no, he doesn't want to vertical clear those. He wants to horizontal those because there's 2 nice little horizontal clears available to him if he can get them. Here's one of them. You got to believe he wants to fat log this. There we go.
Awesome.
And once again, he's going to be out of level 10 pretty quick. 134.
Oh, man.
Now, notice his timer was colored red for a bit, just to give you an idea of how good Adelito is. He has splits for these, right? And it's red because he's actually behind his personal best, and that just can make your head explode sometimes.
And Floyd out at a 148, which is also definitely a time, really worthy time going into here. Definitely not a time to really sneeze at, is that 148 from Floyd. He's going to drop things down here, trying to keep that. Yes, I like how he has that yellow set up for some strategic garbage over on Floyd's side to make sure he's got to play for. I like how he has the red yellow set up over in that 7th and 6th column to make sure that he has a play for those yellows. And now Floyd's color diversity is a lot better.
Yeah, Floyd needs a lot of blue to start chunking through this board. That drill down is going to clear out some of his top line, but he still needs a lot of blue, and now he's starting to get it.
Floyd getting a little inspired in his 4th and 5th column here. This is the way that the pills sequencing was coming his way. He's going to drop that down. Yes, he is trying to flatten that center column here to make sure he's a little bit more flatness to his top line here. Meanwhile, take a look at Adelito's side. Adelito's got something cooking here. He's got some reds ready to fire off. He's got some yellows fire off here. He's going to go ahead and fire this down, drop into yellows and then the reds to make sure that red was used properly.
Yeah, right now he's also dealing with a pretty good amount of blues on his board, clearing out the yellow garbage. But that top line is exclusively blue right now.
Mostly blues for Adelito. He's going to go ahead and drop that down, expose it. Probably clear that yellow on that side is Adelito. Isn't going to drill down with the reds. I think now he is going to drill down with the reds here. Trying to keep his flexibility with his top line is Adelito, but this is giving Floyd the opportunity that he needed to get in this fight here. Floyd just needs 2 more blues, and he's going to be back in the driver's position here. Taking 1 more blue, 1 more blue. Floyd's going to be out first at a 341. Definite advantage going to level 12.
Great job by Floyd getting through that 11 really quickly. Looking at his top line here, so that overhang from column 2 to 3 might be a bit of a concern. It looks like he's got exactly what he needs to work through that. But I really like this top line. If he gets the right pills, he's going to get through this quickly. And Adelito, look at all that not red that he had to deal with to get through the rest of his level 11.
Yeah, that was an abysmal set of RNG. I think he had about maybe 15, 16, 17, maybe 20 pills that were non-red. I mean, that's just oof. That's one of those moments where you take a look at that seed, just shake your head and just keep your composure with that, because that can really you get some choice words that may come out of your mouth when you see stuff like that. But
Yes.
Adelito shaking him out. He's going to go ahead and continue on with the drive here. Blues and the reds, horizontal drop, still trying to keep efficient, but he's a little inspired in that 5th column.
Floyd dealing with a bunch of red on his top line. Now he's got that pretty much sorted out. Nice blue-red there to give himself the 0 drop clear. And I really like this board right now. He's still got a handful of double clear opportunities.
Lloyd electing to clear things out. He tucked places where he needed to tuck, and he really was able to make sure that he had a place for all of his pills here. It looked a little odd at first, but definitely gave him the opportunity he needed to make sure that he's trying to keep this as efficient as possible here. Floyd going ahead, drop that down. Going to go and try and keep everything exposed here. He's down to 7 viruses, and look at Adelito's side. He's got a bunch of things that are almost ready to fire off, but not quite.
Yeah, looking at Floyd's board, he's probably going to go for this in-between clear for the viruses in columns 1 and 5 at the bottom of his board. So right now he just needs a fistful of red to get out of 12. And looking over at Adelito's side, this is a great setup for an endgame. But he needs reds. And unfortunately, what comes after this is usually not red. So Floyd is out at about a 556, and it looks like Adelito is now set up to just pull a 6 wide clear at the bottom and get out of level 12 at about a 615.
Adelito seemed to have stumbled upon the no red seed, which I feel as though that's kind of a rarity in this game. But that's kind of the quirks with this NES Dr. Mario is you get these little bursts and seeds of just really abysmal RNG, and it's unfortunate Adelito had it here. But this is definitely giving Floyd an opportunity. He's about 13 viruses ahead of Adelito, which is the biggest lead we've seen Floyd have with this game here. Floyd keeping his cool. He knows his back is against the wall, but any sort of plays that Floyd's doing, he's just going to keep it as academic as possible. Excellent tuck lightning bolt over on Floyd's side.
Love it. Floyd's board looking really, really clean right now. while Adelito is dealing with a big cluster of yellow in the middle of his board. You got to believe that, man. If
Oh, wow. Look at that.
oh,
That's a monster T, extra large T right there. That was beautiful.
absolutely. So no, it's still a 14 virus game. Floyd not only 14 viruses, but also about 7 seconds to go with that. And he's just kind of methodically going through his board right now because RNG isn't giving him the perfect end game right now by any means. But this is a pretty uncomplicated approach, and that chunk of blue might be a bit of a concern if he doesn't clear it out soon. But right now, it looks. I'd say it's well in hand, but now that lead has dwindled to 6, now to 5.
Lloyd still has the timer advantage here. He's just going to need a couple more yellows, and he's going to drop this all down here. He's going to clear it. No, he doesn't go ahead and take the drop down from the side there. I wonder if that's going to cost him. No, it's not. He just needs one more blue to get into this fight. Adelito just needs a yellow and a red. He's going to take that, but Floyd out at an 8:09, taking this game 3 over Adelito's. Adelito timbers his way and logs out with an 8:19, a 10-second difference between these two players.
Lloyd got to be happy about taking a game from Adelito, and he's already ready to go. He wants to keep going.
He's got that adrenaline. He's currently in that 5th gear, and he wants to, find that 6th gear with this game 4 and possible game 5. Let's go.
Lloyd is calling it his first crown in 19 attempts. Hey, you take a crown off of Adelito, you put that baby on, you polish that thing, and you enjoy
it. Most definitely. It's definitely these players are all juggernauts, as I said before. They're all beasts and forces to reckon with. So really any sort of crowns you could take from anybody is really a feat at this point in time. But we have a 3-2-1 pills going into game 4.
So let's see how Adelito approaches this board. The little heavy on blue pills to start, and not a whole lot of access to blue viruses. This could get a little tricky for Adelito if he doesn't start getting the right pills to attack the right-hand side of his board. Looks like he might be setting up for looking for some red yellows or just a red yellow so that, well, he doesn't necessarily need it right away because he wanted that horizontal. That was what he was going for.
There we go. Yeah, he was looking for the red yellow ideally, but when he came that way, he had to just fire off when he needed to. So that was the right play from Adelito. That didn't stifle his efforts too much here. 24-32 on Adelito with a mostly right side of his board here. I don't know if it's going to be too much of a problem as Adelito can build up when he needs to address the rest of his pills as needed. But that 7th column is looking a little dicey unless he does drop that tree down, and that's what he's doing.
I wonder if Floyd might try to. Okay, I wondered if he might try to set up a horizontal for those 2 blues, but it looks like he's just decided to play it vertically. And so far, he's done a pretty good job with this board.
Excellent tucks on Floyd's side here. That 1st and 2nd column is going to be a problem as it's blue upon blue upon blue, and Floyd's going to need to address that color diversity. He does indeed drop it all down, but the blues on top of blues again, with it being spired up, Floyd's going to need a lot of blues, and the Doc not providing with any of these blues that Floyd is in desperate need of.
Floyd needs blues, and he's getting nothing but double reds, and after those double reds is more red-yellow nonsense.
Oh, Doc. Man.
Wow, this.
Oh,
how many was that? 16?
It was a lot, man. That's.
I didn't necessarily count, but that's what it felt like. Jeez Louise.
Oh man, yeah, that's heartbreaking to see how many there. Yeah. I mean, what can you do in that case? You just slam the reds down and make sure you don't get in those garbage with it. But that's all you can really do at that point here. That's what Floyd did. I do like how he's exposed that blues in the bottom there. It's going to give him a little bit more opportunity to clear those blues horizontally, and that's exactly what Floyd is doing.
Right now, Floyd just needs 3 blues and 2 reds to get out of here, and he's not wasting any blues.
Looking at next pillbox wisely, I like how Floyd did that. The blues were a rarity with this seed, but he looked over and he saw the red and he took that red as an opportunity. Out of 233, going into his level 11.
It's such a shame when RNG just throws a big, giant wrench into your plans like that. And right now, Floyd is heavily dependent on blues once again.
More
Hopefully the
blues.
doc's willing to give it to him. But right now, what you want to do if you're Floyd is try it the hardest you possibly can to expose other colors on your board so that you can actually use as many pills as possible.
Lloyd's going to need a couple blues to, he's going to need blues on that first and second column. It's blues upon blues. He may elect to make a trash column with those blues here, but no, he is going to try and expose that. Double blues is exactly what he needs. I'm curious what he does with it. Exposes it to get that color diversity.
Very nice play by Floyd there. He's starting to get through this board nicely. But looking over at Adelito, he just got out of level 11 at about a 342.
Floyd with a lightning log at the bottom here. It's going to get a little bit more colored over on his board here. Excellent stand up on Floyd's side. He's playing on medium, so it's a harder task to ask when it comes to that move here. He is going to get everything situated with that yellow clear. He's going to go ahead and drop that down. Very nicely done. Oh, and another combo. I actually didn't see that part.
I was looking over at Floyd's board and he got 3 double reds in a row, and I started thinking not again, but thankfully it was only 3. Right now, he still needs a pretty sizable chunk of blue, and that blue-red is going to be very helpful for him. So now
Nice.
all he needs is 4 blues and a red.
Here comes that. He's opened up that opportunity. A couple more blues, and he's going to be into his level 12 here. Here's 1. Here's 2. And let's get that one next. There we go. Not too much of a drought there. 434.
So, big advantage for Adelino right now in terms of the virus count. About 29 virus lead, and that's probably more than can be made up in the 7.5 seconds time difference between them. But you never know if RNG decides to flip the script, or if one player just goes on a sudden tear and the other just can't get through a stack of blues. So we'll see what happens. But right now, Adelito's end game for 12 looking really clean.
And Floyd taking triples and doubles when needed. He's trying to lump together virus clears when needed to minimize the amount of pills he actually needs to clear things down. Very smart heads up play from Floyd. He took that yellow earlier in that 6th column to stand it right in the middle to open up and expose a little bit more flexibility. But that play has actually caused Floyd to have to get yellow strategic garbage over on his side. Hopefully it's not going to cause too much of an issue as it's rearing its ugly head over on Floyd's side at this very moment. He is going to drop that down, creating that here, drilling it down. Adelito down to his final blue viruses here. Looking for it, a couple more here. Here comes one, and here comes another one. Adelito out of 12 with a 553.
And speaking of needing blues, looking at Floyd's board right now, just sees his hands up. He's like, come on, man. I don't even like ketchup and mustard. Stop it.
Gross RNG for Floyd. Where are the blues, Doc? This is, wow.
Seriously.
Where are they? What? Wow. Where are they?
There's one.
One of like 12. Look at
Oh,
this.
this
Wow. What a
nonsense.
seed.
Okay. There's one.
Holy moly.
There's a double blue. Thank goodness. Now he actually has use for something other than blue, but there's still a pretty good chunk of blue left on his board.
Wow. This is the doc at his cruelest, I must say. This is just absolute cruelty. Look at this. It's wow. Where blues, come on. There it is.
There
All
we
right.
go. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a misdrop. You got to believe he wanted to go for the fat log. And he can still go for it. Well, actually, it might be a bit more tricky now, but man, that's the brutality of Dr. Mario at its worst right here.
I think the thing that's interesting about this game is yet we still go back to playing.
Right.
It's like, why do we do this? Come on. But Floyd's out at 7:32.
Yeah, you get mad, you throw your controller across the room, and then 30 seconds later you reel it back in and you press start.
We're an interesting group of people. But Adley's gonna be out with a 7:45, I want to say, with his thing. He's gonna take that 3-1 over Floyd.